Hey, it's Travels with Dottie here on my first day at here at La Posa South and QUARTZITE, and I'll turn around here and I'll do a drive-by on my camp. I haven't completely set it up, but you can see basically where I am and everything. See my solar panels are on the right there. Got some stuff out front, haven't gotten my rug down. There are things I need to do. I've been working all day. It's kind of unfortunate that I came and had to work all day today on my first day, so I wasn't able to really get much of anything done in terms of continuing to set up. And I didn't get to pay yesterday because the office was closed when I arrived. And I'm on my way now to see if maybe it's open. And here's a wash I'm going through. Remember, guys, I talked to you about washes that, you know, can be treacherous if you're like towing a trailer. Well, this is a good example of it. I can drive my truck through here. And I don't know if you can tell the angle by the video, probably not, but I would destroy my trailer if I were towing my trailer, but my truck will go through. And you're gonna see that we're pretty close to the front. And it's almost 4 o'clock, and I think if they were open today, I think they close at 4, so I've got like 8 minutes. I mean, it's not a big deal if I have to wait until tomorrow again, but I don't like being out here camping without a proper sticker on my rig and on my truck. So I would rather get that done. And I've been working all day. It's 3:52 p.m. I just finished. It's not even my last session. I have another one in 2 hours. So it's not really enough time to even go into town or anything, which is a little frustrating. But tomorrow I have one appointment at 8:15, and then I'm done for several days until, you know, I've got one early in the morning on Tuesday. And then I don't have anything until next Friday, so I've got all kinds of time to explore, do QUARTZITE videos, you name it. I'm going to get it done in the next few days. And I don't know if you can tell from my voice, I'm a little frustrated that I wasn't able to do anything today, but, you know, I planned it this way. I knew what day I was going. I knew what appointments I had scheduled on the following day. So who is to blame here? It's Rob that is to blame here. So there is no one else to blame. So I'm back to the main road and almost to the front here. And I think I see a flag up there. I think I see a flag. It's hard to tell because there's no wind. It's either a flag that I can't really see, or there's no flag up and it's closed. But sometimes the one across the street is open. It doesn't matter which one of these offices you buy it from. It's good for all the LTVAs. And I'm not seeing a flag. And it's closed. How about across the street? Is that one open? That one does not have a flag either. Fire danger is extreme. I don't think, you know, there's no flag, but I'll just do a drive-by just in case they're open and they don't have a flag out, which is never going to happen. Closed. Of course it's closed. So I have 2 hours, so what I can do is, do you hear I don't know if you can hear the background, the tire skipping? It's because I had turned on the rear differential lock when I went through that wash and forgot to turn it off. You're not supposed to drive around like that, but I turned it back off. So there are 2 more LTVAs, and maybe one of them is still open, but I think no matter what, they close at 4. But I'm going to drive up here anyway. And see if I get lucky. And actually, if I'm going to go that far, there is something I can do in town. And that will be to go into K&B Tools. And there's a couple of things that I need to buy. I should have brought my neck thing for this camera. So I could take you in there with me. Otherwise, I didn't bring it, so I'll have to hold this little camera in my hand. I guess I could do that. It's kind of hard to frame, but we'll see. We'll see. It's just, I think, a couple miles up here, and the other 2 LTVAs, see if one of them's open. And if it's 4 o'clock, I have 2 minutes. It's 3:58 p.m. So I even think if one is open until 4, I don't think I'm going to make it. Here's one of the beautiful little QUARTZITE signs up here on the right. I do not see a flag at either one, so all of the offices are closed. Well, we'll have to try it tomorrow. I assume they're going to be open tomorrow because Saturday's a big day with people coming in, so. So what we're coming up here is Kuehn Street. That's spelled K-U-E-H-N, Kuehn Street. And if I make a left on Kuehn Street, I'm going to come into the area known as Tyson Wells. And that's one of my favorite parts of QUARTZITE because it's like a giant flea market all winter long. And it's just barely starting now. The whole area will be covered with all kinds of vendors and tents, and it's pretty exciting. And the big tent, the big event in January is on the grounds here. And they won't be starting to put up that big tent until, I think, mid to late December, if not early January. And during peak, it was almost impossible to find a place to park here on this street. Right now, there's plenty of parking spaces. Especially where I want to go. I want to go to K&B Tools. Plenty of parking. Hopefully they're open. We're going to park right here. And here's a place. It's called Mean Maggie's Gourmet Grilled Cheese. It's pretty friggin' good. Let's see, K&B looks open. So we'll pop this off there. And I wish I had something to hold this on other than just my hand like this. But you know what? We're just gonna have to make do, right? And K&B, it's all kinds of RV stuff and supplies. There's 2 of them in town. There's the one right here, and then there's another one on Main Street. I usually do quite a bit of business with them. And Beer Bellies is down there. They call it the Adult Daycare Center. All right. So I need some, you know, I have no idea where I have these rebar metal stakes that I lost somehow. I don't understand how I could have lost them. I'll probably find them eventually, but I looked everywhere. I couldn't find them. So I'm gonna have to buy. And they're gonna be around here somewhere. I'm gonna have to ask. It's a big place. Hi, I'm looking for those rebar stakes with the little eyelet on them.
Yep,
They're made
right behind you.
Right behind me, okay. Because I had a bunch of them. I don't know what I did with them. I lost them.
Uh-oh.
I lost them. And this is what I'm talking about, these things. We'll get 4 of them for the 3 solar panels. And adapters, 30 amp adapters. What row would I?
All the way back and on the left.
All right. And we'll see if we have the adapter that we need. This is exactly what we need. So this end will plug into my inverter, and this end plugs into the cord. That's what I was looking for desperately today, and I swore I had one. And this is definitely 30 amp. This is what we got. And I'm doing this for my YouTube channel that I do every year, Travels with Dottie. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
And come to K&B Tools for everything you need. And she knows where everything is because she took care of me here. I got my adapter and the stuff I was missing.
Okay, 39.27.
And you know I'm going to find these, my old ones, probably in a week or 2.
As soon as you get everything all set up, that's what'll happen.
But guys, if you put solar panels out in the desert and you put them out there and you want to keep them, you have to secure them to the desert floor.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yep. All right, we got our rebar stakes and our adapter, and we're good to go. Thank you. Thanks. You want to say hi to my listener?
Everybody.
What's your name?
Don.
Don, and that's
Judy.
Judy.
Jude. Don and Judy. Come by K&B Tools.
All right.
So that'll be my first official. Oh, you know what? Well, I think I was thinking about I needed a table, but we'll see if I really need another table. I don't think I do. I think I don't need one more thing. But when we get back to camp, I'm going to show you what I'm doing for my water this year. So in order to show you that, I'm going to have to buy some water here for my 6-gallon container. And Hang on, I gotta put my code in. Can't show people my code. And hang on. All right, I opened it with my code, and we're gonna put the rebar and the adapter in here, and we're gonna get our little thing of quarters, and we are gonna, you see that gray container there? We're gonna fill that with some water. So that means what does that mean? That means we're gonna go to the mobile station on Main Street, because that's the place that has the real deal on fresh water. Really good water, no salt, no minerals. And believe me, in the middle of December through January, you cannot do what I just did. You can't drive up here, pull in front of K&B Tools, walk in, walk out. You're gonna park in the back 40. That's how busy it gets here. But it's a luxurious thing early in the season. So firewood, pine it says a wheelbarrow full, pine is $30, juniper 35, and oak 45. And the reason they sell wood is it's illegal to use any wood that you find in the desert to burn. And yeah, including the dead stuff. You cannot burn anything you find in the desert. You must purchase or bring your own wood from home or whatever. So people buy wood for their fires. And, you know, why would you pay $45? Well, that's harder wood and it'll burn longer. So it may be that you would, you know, there could be a cost savings potentially. I have no idea. I've never seen anyone do the video on, you know, what's the difference between the hardwood and the pine in terms of how long it burns and how efficient it is. It'd be an interesting video, which I'm not going to do because I don't do those kind of fires. I do a propane fire pit. And here we are on Main Street, and we're on Central, which is also 95, but in town it's known as Central. And this is Main Street in front of us, and we're going to make a left, and we're going to go pretty far down here to the Mobile. And it used to be the Mobile and the Burger King all in one building there. And I have heard that the Burger King is no more. They closed her down. So we'll on fast food here, this, what I'm about to tell you, was true last year and the year before, but I'm gonna tell you, I don't know that this is true this year. I'll find out later. But there's down here, there's a McDonald's, and further down there's a Carl's Jr. And I have found financially way more value in the Carl's Jr. than the McDonald's, especially if you're paying just retail at McDonald's. People complain about the McDonald's prices in town constantly. And so there's a couple things you can do about that. You can go to Carl's Jr. and you'll pay less, I think, for more, at least more volume of food. But if you're married to, you gotta have your McDonald's, download the app on your phone, use the app, buy specials, and the price comes way, way down. Way down. You're using coupons and 2-for-1s and stuff like that. But if you just go in there and order yourself a Big Mac and a Coke and a large fry, it's gonna cost you. So that's up here on the left. It's windy. I see big cloud of dust. Big Market is on the left there. That's kind of a hardware store place. Dollar General is here. And I'll give you a hint. Dollar General there at that location, unless they've changed it, is a FedEx location. So you can have FedEx packages. It used to be, I think 60 pounds or under, you could have shipped there, FedEx. See, there's a big old truck pulling out. They're coming out of the Pilot, and the McDonald's is right here next to the Pilot. Right here on your left here. So the Pilot, there's a Taco Bell in the Pilot, and then right next to it here is the McDonald's. And you can see right ahead is that big star up there, Carl's Jr. But before we get to Carl's Jr., we're not going to go that far. We're going to make a left into the Mobil station, which used to also have the Burger King sign. It's no longer there. Oh, guess it. Look what I see for a gas price, guys. $2.97. Looks like this $2.97. That's got to be regular gas, not diesel. So usually I get lucky and I don't have to wait, but today I'm going to have to wait a little while because somebody else is here getting water, because they probably know what I know. Is it says 5 gallons for $1, but if you put $1 in there, guys, you're going to get close to 7 gallons. Definitely over 6. All right, well, it would be boring waiting with me, so I'm going to turn this off for a sec. All right, guys, I got my 6 gallons of water. Met a nice lady there in a van that you saw when we pulled up, and gave her a card for the channel. So we may see her commenting on this video and saying hi. You never know. So we'll head back to camp. And there's a couple of things I want to show you. And one is, in years past, I would take this 6-gallon container, which is 48 pounds of water, and carry it over and dump it into my freshwater tank. And, you know, as I'm getting older and older, 48 pounds it's 48 pounds. What can I say? So I bought a pump. I'm going to try to use a pump this year. I was saying, oh God, I needed a table. And I'm like, you know, a table to put the pump on and put the container on instead of doing it from the ground. But I think I can do it from the ground, and there is a table there. It's just going to have to be dual purpose. It's like a table that I use when I sit out to put a drink on and stuff. So I was thinking, well, we'll get a second table, one that's just for pumping the water. I'm like, I don't need to buy a second table. Not that I can't afford it or anything. You can buy an inexpensive table, right? But, you know, when you're driving a pickup truck in a 21-foot travel trailer, you don't want to buy stuff you don't necessarily need. So we were tempted for a moment as we walked out and saw a few little tables, but let's see what we can do without a table first. So there's the Dollar General again. It's called Big Market Hardware on the right here. The lady was asking, where can I buy wine or booze? And I said, I'm pretty sure Big Market Hardware has a liquor section, and I bet they have wine. So she thanked me for that, and that's where she's headed. Wasn't totally sure. There's Solar Bills on the left here. Solar Bills is They install solar, very good reputation. I did a great interview with the owner of Solar Bills last year. You can find that in my QUARTZITE list. And on the right here is 88 Shades RV Park. It's a pretty well-known RV park here. And then on the left is Hassler's RV Park, another well-known one. And up here on the right, we're going to see a very well-known place. Up here a little ways. Silly Al's Pizza. And Silly Al's is a very popular place. Now, during peak season, you want to go to Silly Al's. Your first challenge is going to be finding a parking space in their parking lot. Your second challenge is going to be waiting for a long time to get a Silly Al's right there. The second challenge is going to be, after you get a parking space, challenge 2, waiting for a table, challenge 3, waiting for your pizza. But guess what? It's all worth it in the end. Really good pizza. There's a bar there. There's often entertainment. It's a very popular place. Don't let all the signs here fool you. There's a sign, a Radio Shack sign across the street that's been there as long as I've been coming here. And there's, as far as I know, there's never, since I've been coming 4 years, there's no Radio Shack there. And there's Grub State Bar and Grill, big fish fry sign. And unless they magically reappeared, they've been closed for a couple of years. So you can't trust all the signs that you see. So we're back on Central, or AKA Arizona 95. We're heading south. We're crossing the bridge. This is a bridge over Interstate 10. It's right below us right now, Interstate 10. And you go west on Interstate 10, and within 30 minutes, you'll find yourself in California, in Blythe, California. And there's some shopping in Blythe. There's a Smart and Final. There is a, I think it's an Albertsons. Am I right? Is it an Albertsons? Yeah, it's an Albertsons, a Smart and Final. There's a drugstore. I can't remember what the drugstore is. It's not a Walgreens. It's something else. But there's a drugstore there. And there's a few restaurants, I think. It's a pretty small place. But I would generally go there for either Albertsons or Smart and Final. Mostly Albertsons. So this year I'm going to check out Smart and Final because I hear so many good things about it. I think I've only been there once a few years ago, and I wasn't paying close attention, but people rave about that place. So we'll find out this year, trust me. We're going to do a thorough shopping at Smart and Final in Blythe. Now, one of the things you have to be careful about, it's like 30 minutes from the middle of QUARTZITE there. You're in Blythe, that's fine. Except when there's a problem on the interstate. Like I heard on social media, there was today. There was a big accident and people were stuck on the interstate between Blythe and here for hours. So you need to be careful of that. There's a few QUARTZITE Facebook pages. QUARTZITE Chatter's one that I'm on a lot. If stuff is happening, you'll find out that's the quickest, most efficient way to find out. This gives you an idea of how far out the La Posa South LTVA is from town. It's a couple of miles. And as I'm looking to either side here, it's tough to even see a single RV. But in a few weeks, that's no longer going to be true. There's going to be a sea of them. Seriously. a C. And so on the right is the LTVA called Tyson Wash, and the left-hand turn is where I'm staying, La Posa South. And remember, if you buy a permit for the LTVA, you can move, if you want to, you can bounce back and forth between La Posa Tyson Wash, La Posa South, La Posa North, and La Posa West. There are 4 of them. They all abut each other. And you can even this year, and all bets are off next year. They're making a bunch of changes, like raising the rates. There's LTVAs near Yuma and in parts of California that you're also allowed to use your permit in. But some of that's going to change next year. So stay tuned. Right now, it's still $180 for all the LTVAs, $180 September 15th through April 15th. But there is a very serious proposal out there that is raising that to $600. Yes. So if you want to know more about that, there's tons of videos out there, including a short one that I did, but there are more involved ones out there that you can watch to talk about why they're doing it, what the deal is. You can find plenty of people pretty upset about raising it from $180 to $600. That's a big hike. And it'll be good in all 4 up here, and I think 1 or 2 down in Yuma, but I don't think it's going to be good in the California ones. I'm not positive about that, so you may want to check that out on your own. So we're just going back in exactly the same way we came out here. And it's 4:30. It's going to be, heck, in an hour to be friggin' dark. It's winter time. So, fun fact. Here's what people think. In the winter, days get shorter, and the summer days get longer. And I thought that for pretty much my whole life. Guess what? That's totally false. It's not true. It's never been true. Never will be true. The opposite is true. Winter starts the 21st of December, and that marks the shortest day of the year. And every day of winter, the days get longer and longer until the first day of summer, which is the longest day of the year, and days get shorter and shorter every day of the summer. I bet you didn't know that. I didn't realize that, but when I heard the explanation, I was like, of course. So I think maybe you can see how steep this is. It's like almost driving into a wall here. This is what I came through. It looks steeper on this side. And I always lock in my rear differential because otherwise it'll slip a little bit as I go up here. And then I got to remember to turn it back off again. And sorry about the glare. We're going right into the sun because the sun's setting. And I see our rig out there. And my friends here on the left, it's Lisa and Judy and Barb and Cheryl. And you will get another shot of my camp here. I will not move this rig for the next 4 months. I won't move until March. All right, so let's pop this off. And I'll show you the container here that I've got 6 gallons of water. Let's shut this down. And I'm gonna lock her up. Oh, it's, 48 pounds. It's heavy. So here we go. We'll put it right here and hang on. There's Dottie. Dottie, give me a minute and I'll take you outside in a little while. But right now, all right, so I mounted this to my neck because I'm definitely going to need both hands here. And hopefully I'll get everything in the frame that I need. So, this is the inlet. So we'll open this up. And open up the vent. We'll put this in the inlet. All right, all the way down to the bottom. And this is the outlet. So we'll put it in there, and we'll fire it up and see if it works. And there it goes. So that, I know it's loud, but that's better than trying to lift that thing up. And let's see how long it takes to fill it. So we're starting at 433. Now you see down here, if the pump runs dry, it'll start flashing red. Oh, it's going fast because it's pretty light now. This is pretty neat. This was a good investment for me to make. All right, so what happened is it wasn't really ready for 6 gallons because I just filled it. I barely used any, so it was a little bit of a waste, but it was a great test. And there's a little bit left, but one finger, there's hardly any left in here, but we'll keep it here. And after a couple days, we'll empty this and we'll put it back in the truck. And the idea, guys, is that every time I go to town, I take that with me and I do 6 gallons. Now, doesn't that seem like a pretty smart idea? And so I'm constantly keeping it full. So there's a filter here, and there's some maintenance. Looks like a couple of maintenance item. I'm feeling like we're missing something here. I thought there was a spare impeller, and there it is. So this is the impeller. It's for when the impeller goes, they have a replacement. So what we'll do is we'll pack this away and we'll put it someplace where when I need this stuff desperately, when I need the filter and to repair everything, I'll put it in here or I'll put it in this one. And when I really need it, I'll have no memory whatsoever of doing what I just did. Sounds pretty funny, huh? But it's the damn truth. So this is the table I was talking about. We'll have to decide later whether we really need to have a spare table just for the pump. And the question is, how often? I think I probably 2 to 3 times a week, depending on how often I might take a shower. All right, so we have the adapter and we have these stakes, and let me just, I'm not gonna do it right now, I'll do it tomorrow, but let me show you what these big stakes are for. These are solid rebar. What I'm gonna do is, see my solar panels, I'm gonna drive these into the ground and using heavy duty not twist ties, but what do you call? Anyway, I'll remember what they're called after it's too late. But I'm going to use those to secure these solar panels to the desert floor, so big winds won't take them away and won't knock them over. So we'll take care of that tomorrow. And this, see, I got this because I'm doing the electricity. This is from the inverter, and I'm using you know, a small extension cord, but what I really want to do is use the heavier duty cord that'll carry a little bit more current. So we'll take care of that tomorrow. So this is our first real quartzite video. My things are starting to shape up here. I do have a big sort of rug that goes over the ground that I don't know where the big nails are that hold that down, so I'll have to buy some of those. I should have thought of that when I was at K&B. This, of course, is my e-bike. This is the little trailer for the e-bike, and guess who goes in there? That's Dottie. This is my tote, where I take this and I put it in the back of my pickup truck and I pump my wastewater into that, and so I don't need to move the trailer at all. And I take it to the dump it. This is my generator. This generator runs on propane or gas, and I just run it on propane. This solar panel feeds a auxiliary power unit that's in there. This is the macerator pump for the sewage that runs on 12 volt, and this allows me with that hose to pump the waste up into the bed of the pickup truck. There's a ladder underneath there. My solar array here of these are 200 watts a piece, right? 200 watts a piece. And so that's 2, 4, 600 and 100. So that's 700 watts. Then I have 2 170s up there that you can't see on the roof. That is 340, and then 2 100s up here. That's 540. So 540 plus 700 is what I can't do the math in my head right now, but that's what I have for solar. So let me turn this bad boy around and tell you, I'm thrilled to be able to do quartzite videos. And this is really my first real one this year. And I hope you liked it. And there's going to be more. You're going to get them every day, guys, every day. I'm very excited to be here. And I hope you enjoyed it. And if you watched it, thank you so much. Take care.